Samsung error code E154. Are you having an error code E154? Today we're going to talk about what that error code means, and then I'm going to give you some examples of what could be going wrong, how to check it, and some tips on installing a new indoor motor for a Samsung ducted unit. Today you're watching HVAC Tips for Technicians. I am Tad. I'm here to help you. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell, ding, so you know what I'm doing before we start the video. And I hope you're ready to learn something today. Let me know in the comment section who you are and where you're from. And at the end of the video, if you have any questions, drop those in the comment section. Questions lead to content. Thank you so much to my viewers, my subscribers, and especially my members. Let's go. This is our wired controller. It's a simple basic wired controller, and it's displaying the code E154. Now you can go download a service manual on Samsung HVAC, and I'll show you that before the video ends. But what you want to check is you want to check the plug going to the motor and make sure it's plugged in. It's not plugged in because I just installed a new motor and I'm about to plug it in, but I wanted to show you the code. This right here is the plug on the indoor PCB that serves that indoor fan motor, and you want to make sure that it's plugged in, that it's connected properly, and then you want to check and make sure that there's no foreign substance or object in the actual wheel that's stuck that is keeping the motor from turning. Now, what could also be bad could be the bearings with the motor, and if you have a burnt motor, then you may need to check your windings. I've got a resistance table and a guide I can send you if you're interested in that. I'm going to go ahead and give you some tips for installing a new motor. We're going to look at Samsung HVAC downloads, and know that when you are going to change your motor, you've got to disconnect this control box here that holds all of your board and your terminal strip. This right here has 4 Phillips screws, and you have to take those out so that you can lift this and give you enough space so you can run the wire and the little Molex connector from the indoor fan into this compartment here, okay? But this is a fan error. It's got something to do with the indoor fan, and it could be a matter of the motor's bad due to a couple reasons, or there's something stuck in the wheels, or it's not plugged in. You could also have a bad board, but I had a bad indoor fan motor, and we're going to go to some installation tips. We're going to go to samsunghvac.com. I am going to give you a couple tips on installing this motor right here in this Samsung ducted air handler. Now this right here is an Allen tool, and this right here is so that I can loosen the set screw for this blower wheel. The way I do that is I move the wheel to where I can see that Allen screw. And if you zoom in, you can see it in there. And if you have this tool, then you can easily just put it right here, and then you can loosen this up. Now, the second tip that I want to give you is there's an arrow, and that arrow points in the direction where this wheel is supposed to spin. So now we know by looking at this arrow that it goes this way. It does not go this way. So that means you need to install the new motor to where the arrow on the motor is going the exact same way, which is this way that this arrow is. If you do not install it with the arrows pointing the same direction, then this motor is going to spin backwards, okay? What is that going to cause? It's going to cause some turbulence, okay? Now, the third tip I want to give you is you can do this by yourself. There's some companies that'll send 2 men out to get the motor and the housing out, but you can do this by yourself, okay? What you do is you take all these screws out right here, okay? And then there's 2 screws in the middle, okay? So with one hand on the motor and then the other hand with your drill, you take those 2 screws out. That lets the motor down. Now, getting the motor out, the tip to getting the motor out is you have to spin the housing, and it only comes out a certain way, okay? So that is the third tip for you. Look at there. There's the ambient air sensor. Yay! 10 kilo ohm sensor right there. Got my drill, my extension, and my Phillips bit for my Phillips screw. Take the motor, one hand, and lean it up, and kind of spin it, and then they can screw it in. All right, one more screw. And now I can put the rest in without the extension. That's how you do it. See? And now it's in. And all I got is that screw and that screw holding it. Now I can route my Molex connector back in here. Remember, I got this loose, so I got enough room. All right, to get this plug right here to go through that hole right there, you're not going to be able to fit it in there pushing it like this, okay? You may get frustrated, don't get frustrated. Take it, turn it to the side like this, and then push it through the hole, okay? Like this. Because you're not going to get it through like this, all right? Another tip for you. So type in Samsung HVAC in your search bar, and then we're going to click top left-hand corner, those three bars. We're going to go to training and support, and then technical documents. Oh, that's technical videos. We don't need technical videos. We need technical documents. Now we scroll down, go to single and multi-zone units, discontinued, because this is an older air handler. We're going to go to the discontinued single zone duct system. Now we're looking at the high static pressure ducted air handler, and we're going to scroll down to where it says HSP duct service manual. I've already got this downloaded, so I'm just basically going to go here and click on the service manual. Now, I've already got pulled up on E154 here. Take a look at what it says. It says E154 error of fan motor in the indoor unit. It says, is the motor connector disconnected? If no, is there a foreign substance stuck in the fan motor? And then it says replace the PCB and restart the unit. So if it's not connected, you connect it. Then you restart the unit. If there's a substance in the fan motor, you pull it out, you get it running again, and you remove that foreign substance, and then you restart the unit, or it could be your PCB's bad. So we restarted the equipment, and we've turned just the fan on, and it's on high speed. And now our motor is running properly. Sounds smooth. Let's put all the panels back together and turn this unit on heating. All right, now I'm going to test the heating. Got everything back together. Got to put the little brackets on for the filter. Notice the indoor fan's not on because in heating, the outdoor equipment comes on. And then once the evaporator sensors measure the coil temperature of 99 degrees, then the indoor comes on. So let's go outside. Let's take a look at that condenser. Okay, sounds pretty good. Now we need to put our gauges on here, measure the temperature of this vapor line. Should be around 300, sometimes 350. Make sure that it's nice and warm, and then that indoor coil, that heat exchanger, will start to heat up. If you need more information about mini splits and how to work on them and how they work, I did a video on how to work on mini splits and how they work. Check out that video. Link for that video is in the description. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Definitely comment. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you need help troubleshooting Samsung HVAC equipment, then join. I've got a guide I'll send you. If you need help sizing equipment or you need help with picking out equipment for your home, then definitely become a member. If you need help with your project or HVAC tech support, click that join button, go down in the comment section, say I joined, I'll get you my email, and then that'll lead to my contact so that we can talk more about your project or the help that you might need. Definitely do not forget to subscribe, like, hit that bell, ding, so you know what I'm doing. That gives me more opportunity to be able to do these videos. So I really appreciate it. You've been watching HVAC Tips for Technicians. I'm Tad, and I'll keep you cool if you let me.